recording. Wow. So we're doing this again. We're still doing this. This is awesome. Feels great to be back. Thank you guys for your patience. As we said on the last episode before we disappeared for a whole month. Has it been a month?
3 weeks.
Okay, so just about a month. We are here with our sponsor, Sticks and Stones. If you guys aren't aware of Sticks and Stones, I know real 925ers know about Sticks and Stones. Hey, look, nothing changed. Y'all still right here. But I'll tell you what's not boring. Sticks and Stones skincare. They're really on top of everything that they got going on. Felicia, what are some of your favorite products from Sticks and Stones?
I've said this time and time again, but their facial, it's like a rose facial oil, and it's in my everyday routine. Skincare, I do it before I put on my makeup, everything. But I also want to say that as much as Sticks and Stones support us and even coming out to your show and doing all that stuff, I hope y'all support them as much as we do too.
Yeah.
And so y'all should go check out their stuff and their website. And they're really, as much as their products are also good, they're also just genuinely good people. And so go check them out.
Super solid. Their website is hellagoodskincare.com. Their Instagram is sticksstonesSkin. And you can use, if you're on their website and you're checking something out and you see something that you like, you can use our promo code, which is
Hella925. Were we supposed to say that together?
Oh, no, I was trying, but it's okay. Hella925 for how much percentage off?
15% off.
15%. You know, it's been a long time since we've done this, but they're still there and they're still doing their thing as well. And yeah, big shout out Six Stone Skin for coming through and partying with us at the show. I'm sure we'll talk more about that, but it was great to see you guys. Hope you had a great time, and let's do it again. All right, enjoy the episode.
Yay. Cam is back.
Cam's back in town, which is it's been really great to get to hang out with him again, and also just him continuing to let us stay at his apartment. You know, me and Jake are still looking for a new house in this area, and I thought that we were gonna be somewhere already, but sometimes things just don't work out. It's a little crazy right here in the valley trying to find a new spot for rent, but still on the look, on the hunt, and yeah, big shout out, thank you to Cam for letting us sleep in his living room. And just I have like all my stuff set up in there and just turning it up. But yeah, shout out Cam. It's been really fun. Where do we even start at with our updates from the past 3 weeks?
Well, we haven't. I don't think we've recorded since Cam came back.
Oh yeah. Is it Cam's fault?
I think it's Cam's fault. That's why.
It's ours.
But no, Cam came back, and the first day, y'all just wanted to have a fun-filled day. We did a lot of stuff that day. We went Rabadagenia, shots, bar, shots. We went to the gun range, shots.
There you go.
Just a lot of shots.
Just doing hella random stuff.
Yeah, it was really fun. Him being here has just been really fun. All of us hanging out, like going out to eat and stuff. But also, we're trying to figure out if Cam... Okay, so I started making honey berry brambles.
Yeah.
Which, have we talked about that on the podcast?
Maybe once before. It's a little mixed drink that we found at a movie theater that they do with some Hennessy. I was going up to get some. I was like, oh, they got Hennessy in here? I'll give it a shot.
And I've noticed this as much as... why am I yawning?
You don't care about the podcast. This is boring to you, huh?
I've noticed this, and so I'm glad you noticed this yesterday, but I made Cam a honey berry bramble, and he just doesn't drink it. I don't think I've ever seen him consume a whole one, and I'm not sure what it is, if he likes getting the drink made for him or what the vibe is, but he is literally, I don't think, ever finished it once.
Nah, he probably hasn't.
Well, Miles is adjusting the light and ruining the whole podcast, so.
I told you to sit up. Didn't I tell you to sit up? And what did you do right when we got on and started recording? So now I'm lowering it, okay? Slouch all you want.
He's making fun of me because I have scoliosis. Just kidding. I really don't have scoliosis. Did y'all have scoliosis growing up? Remember when you had to get that test at school?
Yes.
Did you ever have to get checked for lice growing up?
I can't remember. It's so boring thinking about that.
I don't know why.
What the frick up?
I just yawned and now I'm thinking about it, so I'm gonna yawn more. But I remember one time we had to get checked for lice at school, like it was like in our preschool, and
Do you need to go somewhere and take a nap and come back? Do you want to do this later? You want a Monster Energy? What's going on?
Listen.
Coffee?
Probably. That sounds good.
You got the Postmates app, right?
No. You got it?
Nope.
You gonna order it?
No, I'm not. That is not my job.
Mom's gonna order us some coffee.
I am absolutely not gonna do that.
But what was I gonna say?
You were getting your hair checked for lice.
Oh, and when the school was like explaining what was happening, because I've never had lice before that and I didn't know what it was, I literally imagined it being like little frogs. Like they were talking about, oh, it could jump from hair to hair. Like you could get it if someone has it and you're near someone who has it, it could jump. And so the only animal thing I knew that could jump like that, like and look like that, I thought it was like little frogs in your hair.
Dang, that's crazy.
It's not.
Yeah, nah, it's not. But that's pretty precious, though. It is pretty precious.
But, yeah.
Well, basically what we were saying is that you make Henny Berry Brambles and Cam never finishes them. We feel like he just likes the idea of getting a drink made for him.
Yeah, because why the frick? Why the frick does he ask?
Yeah, I mean, because he'll bring it up specifically. But, hey, it's all good. It's all good. We know now. You just got to be like, next time he's going to be like, nah, I'm going to pass on that. But there's beers in the fridge. We got a lot of beers. I don't remember if we talked about this on the last episode or not, but Coors Light. I should probably silence my phone, huh?
I don't know why that gives me so much anger inside me.
Coors Light?
No, your sound being on. Like when you're when you're typing and I just hear I think maybe it's the repetitiveness of it. Like that doesn't bother me. Like your phone going off doesn't bother me. But when I think it's anyone, not just you, by the way. When anyone is like texting a whole lot, like it's not just like a quick little response. It's like, oh, you're texting like a full response and your sound is also on and it's like
yeah, well,
oh my god, that makes me so angry.
We don't like yawn and get bored of people like when we're texting them back and only say 2 words. Like we like have things to say. Like, we're really
okay. Then turn off your sound.
No, because what if I miss a phone call or a text message?
You're on your phone right then.
No, sometimes I won't hear it.
Okay,
if it's on vibrate. But as I was saying, if it's cool if I talk about this, Coors Light. I'm partnering up with them to promote their Keeping California Chill. They got a sweepstakes going on where they're giving away some merchandise and things like that. And they had reached out, and so it's really cool to be a part of Coors Light. And so they have sent some beer, sent some gear, and yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I didn't have my first Coors Light until they sent the can. And that was my very first one. And it was pretty scrumptious. Have you ever had a Coors Light?
I don't like beer.
You don't? You're not a fan? Okay. Coors Light, I feel like you could... I don't feel like Coors Light would throw you off.
I don't like any beer.
Okay, none. All right. But yeah, they... I'm going to be posting some stuff, so you'll see it on my Instagram with them and everything. But big shout out Coors Light, and thank you for having me a part of this. I can't remember if we said that or not on the last episode or not. But yeah, no, that was really cool. But right now we have a bunch, like a whole fridge full, because they sent us a lot of beer for the show this past weekend, which I guess we could kind of start there. We'll kind of like go backwards on the timeline a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
680 South show happened this past weekend, and this was my very first show since 2019. And so first of all, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that came through, got a ticket, And anybody who bought merch, shout out Felicia. Felicia designed the merch.
Let's go.
And yeah, it just meant a lot. It's my first time getting back up there, and a long time it felt like, and it's just, I feel like I got like, a little fire under me to just kind of get some things in motion, shift some gears. And so yeah, this all kind of came together earlier this year where I was just telling, my management, like, hey, I want to go back and I want to play a show somewhere. Like, let's just do one show. I know it's going to be random. It's going to just stick out. It's not a part of a tour, no run or nothing. But, like, I really just want to, like, get on stage and, like, play my own show. And they said, let's do it. Where do you want to do it at? I was like, Sacramento. Sacramento is probably, like, one of my I always have a favorite show on tours, and it ends up being in Sac. Like, I don't know why, but they just got a great energy out there. It's always a really, really fun show. And especially the specific venue kind of has like a country-ish theme to it. It's like a country bar, and they do like a lot of country music, hip-hop nights. And so I felt like that matched the vibe of a 680 South one night only, just perfect. Felt like we were really in there, and especially on top of that, like getting to see like people come through dressed like in like the cowboy hats and like just like the gear on, boots and all that. It made it hella fun. But yeah, no, we had a really great time. Shout out 9999 opened up. We got to do him together for the first time live. Now we gotta do it, all three of us, me, 99, Dev, which will be fire. But yeah, just super, super thankful with how that went. Great weekend in Sacramento. You also put us onto a new restaurant out there too.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, how do you know about this place?
Growing up, we would always go. So like, if it was anything involving my dad, like anything that was celebratory towards my dad, like his birthday or like anything that we needed to celebrate for him, we would go to Joe's Crab Shack, and it was lit. I loved it. It was cool because they're just really cool over there. I don't know if it's more towards like dinner time, but like they would just be dancing and they had cool drinks, and the food's fire. Like I didn't really start getting into crab until here recently, but like, or not too recently, but like pretty, like when I was going back then, I definitely didn't get crab. It was just like shrimp and stuff like that. But
chicken nuggets. Now
that I get crab, it's a whole different experience, and I just like get the good vibes like when we used to go growing up, and like getting the t-shirts and being out there and like going towards Old Sac and getting candy and all this stuff. It's like so much fun being out there.
No, I like Old Town Sac a lot. Old Town Sac is cool. But yeah, it was a cool little spot to kind of like celebrate, the day after. And I got a drink that was called a Shark Attack, I think. It's like this blue drink.
And then they're like, Shark Attack, and then you like put the shark in there, and it's so stupid, but they didn't even have the shark.
They didn't, like, that was the whole reason that I got the drink, because they like will flip this shark over into your water, and then it like turns the water red. Like, because there's some red, like, probably like grenadine that's like coming out of the shark.
They definitely should have said something when you ordered it. Like, oh, by the way, we don't have the shark.
Oh, no, yeah, because I was ready for that. That was part of the experience, right? Yeah. But they just brought a little tube out with that red grenadine. So, like, when they said Shark Attack, I just.
Well, the tube is usually in the shark.
Right.
Yeah.
They were kind of out of a lot of stuff when we were out there.
They said something.
There was something else.
Oh, like the tools. They didn't have the cracker thing, which those are lit. But I wonder if they didn't have them because that is something that you're like able to like take.
Oh, so maybe, yeah. Maybe people like. Them. Yeah. Have you ever known somebody that's done that?
Oh, me. You
take them?
Yeah. We used to have a bunch at the house of like because it will say property of Joe's Crab Shack on the side of it.
Oh yeah, you're a thief.
Those are fun to take.
Yeah. It's a good time. I really enjoyed it.
I just love Joe's Crab Shack so much. There's one out here, or there's a couple out here, but it's so freaking busy. Like anytime we try to go, we either can't go or like we're down for the hella long wait, but then like they would be closed by then, or like I don't know. But when we went, it was like during lunchtime, and it wasn't that bad. It was like what 20-minute wait maybe. It wasn't that bad, but the perfect vibe for that type of place is definitely around like 6 or 7, like when the sun's setting and you're like looking out into the water, and then you got a cool drink and all this stuff. It would have been cool. We were definitely hungry, but it would have been cool if we went like at the end of like that whole shebang.
Mm-hmm. No, that would have been dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Joe's Crab Shack. Shout out Old Town Sac. Shout out Sacramento, man. Always a good time.
It's interesting out there. I'm not sure. But we also went to OC, which I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast. Maybe not. But I started doing designs for this girl named Jelly. And she opened up a cookie shop called Sweet G's. And it's fire. So if y'all are of an OC, or I think it's called Santon to be exact. Santon? I don't know. Go to OC and check out this cookie spot. I think Tori, my friend Tori, I think you were saying something about like you seen it in the little shopping center thing that it's in. But yeah, we went there to go check it out, and man, the whole place is like a food, what's it called, like a food court type vibe, but it's like lit. Like there's hella shops there was hella people there. Like it was just cool.
Yeah, no, I had a really good time. Like the way they have it set up, it's not like I wouldn't say like a flea market, but I don't know what like a good way to describe like that section is. It's a bunch of shops all really close together in one huge building.
It's called the Rodeo 39 Market.
Yeah, and it was really good. So there was 4th of July party that we had gone to at Calais' house, and somebody brought some spam musubi there that was super, super good, because not only did it have like, just regular spam musubi like type, it had some like sauce and a little green onion on it, and it made it like 100 times better. And so I had been thinking about that when we left, and I never figured out where it was at. And then that spot, so Jelly was the one that brought them up there, and so that spot was close by her cookie thing, or not cookie thing, but cookie shop. And so we got to run those back, as well as this chicken sandwich.
Oh my god, that had like
insane.
What's it freaking called?
The sandwich?
But the mac,
or like macaroni salad?
Yeah, it had macaroni salad in the. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really good. But like we had a great time the whole time. Cam was with us, and he was having so much fun. He was like
he was
like
buying
so excited
everything.
about like each store. He would go in, he would get something from each one. Like there was even a tattoo shop inside there, and he got a tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
he's so tatted.
Yeah, he's like the most tatted guy.
But
yeah, it was cool.
While we were out there, I realized that my best friend Nicole was also going to be in LA, but there was like no hotels in LA, and so she ended up having to stay in OC. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, wait, that's literally where we're going to be. Because at one point, I knew that we were doing the cookie thing, so I didn't really let her know that like I was like available to hang out that day because we were going to be busy. And then they were going to leave the next day. So I was like, oh, we're not going to be able to hang out. I'll blah, blah, whatever. And then I was like, oh my, wait, we're going to be in OC. And then we were trying to find something to do after we went to the cookie spot. And so I was like, this is just divine alignment. Like I'm going to hit her up. And at first I was kind of scared because she's definitely not a club girly. Like I don't think me and her really are. But I always tell her, and okay, this is not even a flex or anything, because I go to the club and have $0 like in my bank account. Like I don't spend any money at the club, but I only like going in the clubs if we get a table. But like not even like weed, like a free table, or if someone else, whatever, however the hookup goes. Just you and Destiny are really cool, and y'all are able sometimes to get that. And so I don't like the club. I don't like being in the middle. I don't like being around people. I don't like that type of vibe. I like being with my friends in a little section, and it'd be really fun with free drinks.
That's your vibe, huh?
And so I was telling Nicole that, and I was like, because Nicole's only been to the club when it's just able to, like, we just go, right? And so I was telling her, because she was like, nah, I don't like club, don't want to hang out at the club. Every time I mention that there's something that might be happening in a club, she's like not excited about it. And so I was like, no, Nicole, if you go with us and we get a table, you're gonna have fun. Like, you're definitely gonna have fun. And so we get there. She ends up saying yes miraculously. I told her, I was like, I think we might get a table. And then y'all were talking about getting a table, and I was like, I think it's gonna happen. So, like, if it happens, you should pull up. But, like, if it's not happening, like, then I'll let you know, whatever. And so it was happening. We Jelly hooked it up, and, like, we got it, and it was cool. And when we first got there, me and Nicole are both the same, where we're just kind of awkward. Like, we're just, like, kind of sitting there. We don't really, like, want to dance or do anything like that. And so when it was first happening, I was like, man, maybe this wasn't the move for me and Nicole to hang out with. Like, I was like, this is just, it's just happening. It's, And then threw a couple shots back, and it was one of the most fun nights I've ever had with Nicole.
No, yeah, it's awesome.
It was so fun.
Speaking of Jelly, you should just text her back right now, like in the middle of this episode, and let her know that you're recording or something. She's trying to get a hold of you. But yeah, I guess that's Jelly's city out there. She's like really Orange County. She's like the mayor of Orange County. And so yeah, she hooked it up with that spot. And yeah, it was really fun. We had a good time. Who was in there? I forget. It was a rapper that was in there.
Oh, I remember y'all talking about it.
I can't remember his name. But yeah, no, that was cool too. I also did drink a lot that night, and I ended up performing because I hit the guy that I knew up there, who was like one of the promoters that I've known from other clubs too, and I texted him like when I was like hammered. I was like, "Yo, can I come up there with you guys by the DJ booth?" I just wanted to like go up there and kick it. And I got up there, and the DJ, I guess, was asking like if I would want to perform a couple songs, and I was like, "Oh, all right, yeah." And so we had two songs, and they were both Kaylin and Miles songs. One was "Do My Step," and the other one was "Love Robbery." And so I was up there. I honestly don't know how I was performing that. So if you were there and you saw this happen, no, you didn't. You didn't see this happen.
I have a video.
Yeah, just keep that.
We'll insert it here.
Keep that video to yourself for the rest of your life. But yeah, Orange County is always fun. I really like it out there a lot. It's just like, I think they got some cool things like the rodeo, like where Jelly's spot is at.
I want to go back there.
They got a lot of cool setups. Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day you will.
But speaking of drinking too much, I think, and obviously like, this is certainly like their fault because they're the ones who consumed it, but I think I wanted to like watch out for Nicole and her boyfriend because they're little. They're little, and I think we can definitely probably consume more alcohol than they can. And they also don't drink. So on top of them being little and probably their tolerance being super low, they also don't drink, so their tolerance is even lower.
Yeah.
I was even at one point giving Nicole half shots, but obviously like 5 half shots turn into what is that 2.5? It just turned into a lot of shots. And while she probably gets tipsy off of 1.5, she was pretty drunk, and they had a gnarly night, throwing up everywhere, being crazy. But what was nuts is like I woke up the next day fine. Like, I was definitely drunk that night, but like I woke up the next day perfectly fine. I think tequila too. I guess they're not tequila fans, and that's what we had. And like, I feel so bad, but Nicole keeps telling me like it's fine, like that it was like their fault at the end of the day. But like, yeah, it sucks. But I'm glad. I'm glad we had a really fun night because like then at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But they got ricked up. Another thing also that I wanted to say about drinking was my experience with alcohol was, at first I was going really hard with like I would only drink like Henny and tequila and like, just like out there things, when like I think most people start with what, like vodka. Because I feel like vodka like will fuck you up, but like it's kind of lighter in a way. Like, if that makes sense.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
From my impression too, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like that.
And so I think most people start off with that and they get it out of their system and they never go back and all this stuff. But I never had that because my first shot was literally Henny, and then after that I was really on Patron. Like, for some reason, like, that was my drink, and I just got really messed up on Patron way too many times to where like it was not like I smell Patron and I want to throw up. Like, it's just not good for me. And so after that phase, I was like, I need to find something else. And so instead of just going to a different tequila, which probably would have been the move because Patron is just nasty, I should have went to a better tequila, but I chose to go the vodka direction, and I was on flavored vodkas for a minute. Do you remember that? Like, strawberry vodkas, the strawberry lemonade vodka, like anything with that, whatever, it was my thing. And then I think I also realized that my head's very sensitive when it comes to anything being on top of my head. Like, if I'm wearing headphones, or like I started wearing these freaking sunglasses all the time. And so I quickly realized that I get a headache with these sometimes. And so alcohol doesn't help that. And so I had 2 or 3 really, really bad experiences with drinking vodka with these on, which that sounds stupid, but like it happened twice. And then also on the same day that I was getting that headache, we went to go watch a movie with your mom and Jake, and you got it in 3D. And so it was just all together really bad. I had like the worst migraine in the entire world, and it was terrible. But anyway, with all that being said, I'm back on tequila.
Hey.
And I've been trying to just drink tequila. Like, even if we go out, like, that's just gonna be my go-to, and it's like, yep, like, I know I'm on this, and I'm not gonna mix, I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. And tequila is just more universal, I feel like they're always gonna have tequila, like, you know what I mean? And so my go-to drink is a margarita. I can easily drink a margarita and like I'll think it tastes decent, like, and I'm trying to force myself to like even the non-flavored, like the natural, like just lime lemon margaritas, because you know how like there's like, because those ones I don't like as much as like the strawberry.
Oh,
right?
I see. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
And so I've been trying to like those a little more, like force myself. But anyway, all that was backstory for me to say that I tried to freaking order a margarita at BJ's when we went back for your show, and I was with Mary Cruz and Nicole, and I'm looking through my purse, and I get this like hella bad anxiety that I was like, wait, why isn't my ID in my purse? Like I just flew here, like literally that day, flew in, and I was like, my ID's not in my purse. And then I look like one of those girls that like is trying to pass, like, you know, like trying to be like, oh my God, like I can't find it. But like I deadass couldn't find it. And like I was sweating. Like the waiter was looking at me, and I was like, oh my God, sorry, like I'm trying to find it. And it was like this whole thing. And like I to this day, I don't think he believed me. Like I'm pretty sure he thought I was underage. And then Mary Cruz pulled out hers. And I don't know like how he let this pass, but like she showed him his, and then he just gave it to her. But like I was able to, I don't know, whatever. And
like he
so
gave her 2 drinks?
No, like she didn't order a drink.
Oh. But she ordered the drink that you got.
Well, like it was just in the moment. She was like, oh, well, here's mine. I'll just get it. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, okay. And then he said something like, just don't get caught or something like that. Like something along those lines. And like he was being cool, whatever. But I definitely was like, damn, like I really am. Like I'm 23. I really am. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. And so I was freaking out where my ID went. And so we went back to the house, and it was in my front pocket of my backpack, because I think when I'm at the airport and I'm just like rushing, I just like will put it in my backpack, like just really quick, be like, oh yeah, like security, like I'm pretty good at like airport security, like I can get through it pretty fast, or like I know like where to go and like how to make it move faster. Like before we were even in line, I already had my laptop out, so then I could be like put it in the bin, boom bomb, like out of the way, because I hate when people take a long time and I'm like waiting, and then they're asking the person, do I have to take it out of the case? And I'm like, yes, they're gonna like just do it. Like I don't know, like I just like to be really fast about it. And so I just put my ID, like, since I had my ID out, instead of taking out my purse that's in my backpack, it's like, oh, yeah, just put it in my backpack real quick. And so it was in my backpack, whatever. I remember telling Nicole, like, okay, I'm gonna put it in my purse so this doesn't happen again. Like, because we were supposed to be going to Sacramento for the show, and I definitely wanted to I ended up not, but at the time I wanted to drink there, and so I needed my ID, obviously. And plus I needed to find it regardless to fly back home. And so found my ID, put it in my purse. And Nicole, you got me on this. Like, I put it back in my purse. So then, go to Sacramento, me, Casey, and you hanging out in Sacramento, Joe's Crab Shack, Culture Bang, whatever. I'm going. So the Sacramento airport, you have to go on, like, this shuttle to go to, like, your gate or whatever. In this shuttle, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to get out my ID in the shuttle because right when I get out of the shuttle, it's the line for security. So I was like, I don't want to be, like, looking in through my purse, whatever, because my purse is in my backpack. I didn't want to be doing that whole thing in the thing. I'm telling a lot just to say this, but basically my ID wasn't in my purse. And I was freaking out. And, like, I literally thought that I would have to stay in Sacramento because I knew it was in my purse and it just wasn't. So, like, then I was looking all through my backpack. I was like, maybe it's in, like, because you were like, check your pockets. So I checked all my pockets and, like, it still wasn't there. And I was like, okay, I need to go pee anyway. So I'm going to go to the bathroom right here. And I'm going to, because I didn't want to be on the floor of the airport and, like, be all that stuff. So I hang my backpack up, looking through my backpack, and it's literally in my front pocket of my backpack. So, like, but I don't know what happened there. Like it was like a glitch in, like, the system, because I remember putting it back in my purse because I was like, oh, here's my ID. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to slip it back in here. And it just wasn't in it. I was freaking out because I thought I didn't have it, and it was really scary.
What, you got it, and you were able to make it back and everything? Yeah. Didn't you say your flight, like, got delayed too? So it was like you're all good.
Yeah, it got delayed, and I ended up it was actually weird. I sat in at this restaurant that I like going to when I'm at the Sac airport because they have cool drinks and they have a really good chicken sandwich. And so I sat down there. I couldn't tell you the name of it, though, so don't ask.
That's all right.
So just never ask me. But couldn't figure out, or I sat down at it, and it was pretty packed. And the whole time I was sitting there, I was there so I had an hour into my flight started boarding. That's enough time to eat and get a drink, whatever. And so I sit down, and no one served me for 30 minutes. Like, I was on FaceTime with Melissa and Daisha, like, just wrapping up the show day, whatever. And then no one served me that entire time. Like, I think they heard one time, like, someone being like, honey, I'll be right to you. Like, it was, like, this older girl. I don't know if they had one person working or, like, what happened, but I just walked away. I just walked out. Didn't eat anything.
Dang.
It was nuts.
It's funny when that happens. We've definitely done that quite a few times where we'll be like, you know what? Let's just get out of here. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Cam got back, and we had a very fun 24 hours in San Jose. I think this was like the first weekend that he was back. I had gotten invited, shout out Lauren, to the preseason game for the 49ers. It was them versus Green Bay. And it was back in the Bay at Levi's, but she said she had a couple of tickets. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to slide for sure. And so I got my flight. And I asked my dad if he would want to come up there with me. And he was working, and so he couldn't go. So originally I was just like, you know what, frick it, I'm going to pull up by myself. It's all good. And then that morning of, Cam had asked me, he was like, what you got going on today? I was like, I'm flying to San Jose. You go to the preseason game. I was like, you want to go? He was like, let me see. And he goes on Southwest, looks up, like, see what the tickets are, buys a ticket right there. And I was like, wow, real rager. Like, just let's go. Let's turn it up. And so it was fun to have, like, a full 24 hours in San Jose with Cam. Like, fly out there, you know, get to a hotel, start drinking some Coors. Hey, shout out Coors. Like it's a podcast sponsor now. Start drinking and go to the game, have fun out there. You know, they end up winning, which was tight. And, you know, just getting to hang out up there and eat some good groceries and just be back in the Bay. Being at Levi's is always a good time. And getting to see everybody. that was our friend Lauren's last day there as well, and so it was cool to just kind of get to share that with her, and yeah, it was fun. Got to go on the field too. I got a picture on the field. I should have posted that on my actual like grid. I put it on my story, but like I was looking at him earlier. I was like, dang, that was kind of a clean pic. I should have put that like right now.
Yeah, do it today.
Can you guys hold on while I post it? I'm just like, no. So we did that. Came out a couple of friends that was up there, and they knew some cool club in San Jose, so we went out there with them after, and had a great time. Good music, a lot of Bad Bunny, and yeah, just got to experience San Jose. I don't think I've ever really like been out in San Jose like that before, but they got some pretty cool stuff out there, and yeah, just a crazy 24 hours in San Jose, but the jam packed. I think that's the way I like doing trips though. Is like just packing everything all in, especially like last minute stuff like that. I think is like it turns out being pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was really cool, and just getting to see Niners play. I'm excited for the season this year, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we can take it all the way. Beat the Rams.
And the Raiders, they're gonna be pretty hard to beat. So, speaking of football, though, y'all gotta watch. I don't want to speak much about it besides the fact that it's just about this football player getting catfished. But y'all need to watch the Untold documentary. What's his name? Matai?
I think so, yeah.
If you literally look up Untold, the guy who got catfished or the football player that got catfished or something like that, it pops up. I think that's the name of it. But I think it's like Manti
Te'o.
Manti Te'o.
Yeah.
Y'all need to watch that and comment and come back to us, because it was insane. Jake said that he was like hearing us react to it, and he's like, yeah, we need to watch whatever they're watching, because like we were like we're like doing like reacting however. And so yeah, insane documentary. I think it was really cool like how they put it together, and he was really good looking. So
there you go. Hey. Yeah, no, that was definitely a trip. So absolutely go check that out. And if you have already seen it, leave a comment down below. And if you haven't seen it, don't look at the comments down below if you don't want to get spoiled. Okay?
Yeah. But it was sick.
Something else that happened that was really cool in the past 3 weeks was I got to go back to my old work for the first time in a long, long time. I used to work at a roller skating rink called Golden Skate. It's my first and only job that I had before I really started taking music more seriously. And they were having a closing down party where they sent an invite out to all old employees from like the 70s all the way up to 2022. All employees were invited to come and hang out, have some snacks, and just get to skate and, all that. I think I was the only one that showed up from my like era of Golden Skate. I didn't see any of the old employees that I knew there. Only the managers, right? I saw the 2 managers that I knew and some of the adults that also worked there too. But yeah, it was just so cool to get to go back up there and get to skate around like that. We pretty much had the rink to ourselves the majority of the time. Casey was with me, and we were just up there tearing it up. And I got to talk to my old manager, shout out Manuel, and he was telling Casey, he was like, man, you know what he told me? Casey's like, no, what'd he say? And he said, one day, Miles came into my office and he said, hey, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. I'm going to go do music. And he said, I told him, I was like, all right, go do your thing. And it's just crazy thinking about that moment, back in, this had to have been 2011, maybe 2011. And just everything that's happened in between 2011 and 2022, and it's just insane. But like, I went to Golden Skate, made some money, and went and bought the microphone that I used to record all of our stuff through Kaylin and Miles, even to today, like I use the same microphone, like little preamp too, same one that I got from working at Golden Skate, making that money there, all the way to now. And so I'm really thankful for Golden Skate and even getting me out of my comfort zone a little bit, because I would DJ up there sometimes. You had to be on the mic. And yeah, so that was like kind of scary for me a little bit, but it made me feel, eased me into being up on somewhat of like a stage too.
Yeah.
And yeah, just thankful for Golden Skate, and getting to see them was, awesome. Just get to reconnect. And then at the same time too, they figured out that day that they were having their going away, like closing down party, that they're not closing down anymore.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. Wait, what?
There was like, he was telling me like there was some sale that was going through where they were selling it to whoever, the building and everything, and that they were going to close it down. That ended up, that morning they found out, didn't end up working out.
And before the party?
Yeah, before the party. And so they went ahead and just had the party anyway. So it was like more of like a reunion party.
Yeah, that's hella funny.
But yeah, so they also said that too. And so they started right back up on Monday again. And
that's nuts.
I think they're also looking for employees. He was kind of telling me, if you live in the San Ramon, California area and you're looking for a job, check out Golden Skate. It's really fun over there, and they're all good people. But yeah, so got to do that. Even at one point during the night, they played back.
Oh, really?
And so that was a really, really cool moment, getting to hear one of my songs on the microphone that I recorded. Getting played in Golden Skate and getting to skate around to it. That was like I don't know, just a crazy little moment right there. It was really cool. And yeah, no, I think that these Bay trips the past 3 weeks have been, solid.
We went for Casey's birthday.
Yeah, we went up to see
is that the same birthday trip as
Maybe.
Golden Skate?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
We went to Six Flags though, and it was so much fun. I think my favorite thing about hanging out with Casey is like, it might not look like he's having a lot of fun, but he's having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And like, I asked him like, how was his day at 10, and he was like 10.
Yeah.
But it was really fun getting to go on like the rides with him, and like, I haven't been to an amusement park just like that in a minute, and so it was really freaking fun. I had a great time.
Yeah. No, it was cool. I was talking about this a little bit too. Like, that's somewhere we used to go like a lot. Like when we were younger, sometimes we would get either Six Flags or Great America. Great America, we would get the season passes to more. I don't think we ever got one for Six Flags too. But it was fun getting like a group of our friends together, mobbing out there, and just getting to ride a bunch of roller coasters and stuff. We would do it all the time. Excuse me, during like the summers. And it's funny going back years and years later. This is probably like 20 years ago when we used to do that, right? And just seeing like the age of the amusement park now. All the rides, like the paint is all, worn out, old looking. There's a lot of sections of it that were like kind of shut down, like not used anymore. You could tell for a while. And it's like, damn, it's just stuff is just different now. Like we're really this far away from what that time was. I think it just made me think about that a little bit more, like those days when we were young and just having fun, getting a big old Coke that we could refill with those Six Flags cups, and just riding roller coasters is just like completely over.
Yeah.
It's not ever coming back. I mean, maybe you get to experience it in a way, maybe like you have kids and get to go out there too, but like that time in our lives is just it's just completely gone. And I was reminded of it in a way, like just walking through that park, just looking like, damn, it's been a long, long time since that. But I couldn't tell. It was like a good and bad feeling.
Yeah.
It was like, it was cool, but like, I don't know. It was interesting. It was like in the middle of both. But yeah, it was fun. We normally got a funnel cake every time we would leave, because the funnel cake is at the front. Mm-hmm. But we didn't get one that day.
What the freak? I love funnel cakes.
Maybe I wasn't feeling it. I got sick. I rode one roller coaster.
And you were over with.
I thought I was gonna pass out. We were riding Medusa, and right as soon as we got to the bottom, and you could feel the weight of it like going up, my eyes felt like they were starting to go black, and I was like, "Oh shoot, what was that?"
Mm-hmm.
And then it was shaking my head around a little bit, and then when we got off there, I was like, "Yeah, that was my last one."
That was my first and last one.
But then we did the little tiny one. Remember the little tiny roller coaster?
It went like.
A small, almost like a kid roller coaster, right?
Yeah, like Casey didn't even want to get in it at all.
That one kind of made me dizzy too. I was like, dang, I really cannot ride roller coasters anymore. So I think it's over for me.
Yeah.
But I have a good time just getting to go hang out and, just kick it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Oh, or maybe I'll rock climb. I'll do the rock climbing.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
I don't even know if we talked about this, but we went to the fair and it was a bajillion degrees outside. And Miles is trying to rock climb, and basically they had 3 sides of it, and 2 sides were just normal, and then the middle had money at the top. So obviously they had to do something in the 3 sides, and everyone was trying to get up it. And I think you got the highest out of everyone that tried, but there was a point in the rock climbing thing where it's almost impossible, I think, to get past it. So the money was just there the whole night. Yeah, because you would think if it was reachable, more people you would see more people winning that often, right? But yeah, there was right in the middle of it, there's these really, really tiny rocks that don't even have anything that you can put your fingers behind and get onto. And your whole body has to be on them at one point.
Yeah, you need those because there's no other rocks around. So on top of it, not having anything to grab, it was also slippery. It literally felt like they would put some little grease or something on it.
I wonder if you have to be super tall, someone with abnormally long legs and
just
arms.
Reaches all the way past
they could
the
go past the orange ones.
If I ever try that again, I think what I'm gonna do is just try to jump as high as I can, past those, and just send it for something.
That's
and grab on. But yeah, it was cool. It's always fun. The fair felt exactly how it did back in the day.
Yeah, I love fairs. There's a fair in Lodi called the Grape Festival, and when that came around, it was up. We would try to go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday was always hard because our parents wouldn't let us be out that late, and I don't think the fair was even open that late, and all the families would go on Thursday. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we would try to get hopefully we'd have enough money to get the passes to go on all the rides, the bracelet.
Yeah.
But if not, we just get tickets, and then it was just a really good time. Those are some of the best times, especially because there's nothing really to do in Lodi. So the fair being there was sick, and it was cool. I don't know if I'm biased, but I definitely liked the Lodi one more than the one we went to. But also that one, what is it called?
Alameda County Fair.
Yeah, that one though actually had the dirt bike people, which was really sick. I don't think I've ever seen something like that at the Lodi one. But yeah, it's actually coming up in September, so maybe I'll go. But it was sick. I had a good time.
I seen a TikTok from the Orange County Fair the other day. This guy was posting all the stuff that he ate from the Orange County Fair.
Yeah.
And it looked insane. Not damn, this looks so good, but it looked nuts.
They try anything now.
A double cheeseburger, but the patties are Krispy Kreme donuts. Okay, deep fried Oreos. It looked like a huge brick of curly fries all stuck together.
Yeah.
Bacon wrapped corn dog, but jumbo corn dog. All that stuff, I'm I don't know.
Cool.
It almost yeah. I think I'll be cool with that, but yeah, it looked like a little too much. Yeah.
I've always been scared to even try deep fried Oreos, because to me that even sounds crazy. But I heard it's really good. I've never tried it.
They actually are. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I had one time. Yeah, it was pretty good. But
that seems a little nuts.
Yeah, so is that I think that's our updates. That's
Should
kind of the highlights.
The little chicken sandwich thingy that we were talking to Yessie about.
Yeah, you can if you want. Yeah.
Y'all, I want y'all's opinion. Okay, do you want to say your side first? Because I don't want to interrupt. Or should my side go first?
So Felicia
we had a little argument.
She's a shy person. She kind of doesn't like going places by herself.
Okay, yeah.
So, me and Cam had no problem going with you out there
Preface.
to you know, you got a
Jelly
meeting with Jelly. Yeah. She wanted you to come out there
for the cookies.
So we had no problem going out there comforting you as you're meeting up.
Okay, yeah, but also it was like you were supposed to do a club thing that night.
No, like, I was not.
Yeah, you were.
What?
You were supposed to do a club performance that night, and then that's when I had the idea, because I was going to go alone, and that's when I had the idea. I was like, oh my God, and that's when I told Jelly, I was like, can Miles come too? He has something that night.
Oh, okay. So there was somebody whose birthday. Yeah, you're right. It was somebody's birthday, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna be at this club out here," and that was also in Orange County. And I'm like, "All right, we're gonna make it a whole thing."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Yeah." So that works out good. We go. We can add comfort to your meetup, and
it was sick.
we can hang out.
Yeah.
And so, of course, we're gonna look. You know, she takes us around the whole place. We come across shoots. Oh, this is where you guys spam sushi. Oh, I'm hungry right now. So we eat. Of course, you know, it's wonderful. It's delicious.
It was fire, and it was, I think about it to this day.
Yeah, I think about it often as well.
And we've been conversating about how we've been thinking about it.
Yeah, like, damn, we definitely got to go back up there. And so Jelly even told you, like, yeah, you guys got to come back at least once a month.
Yeah.
Right? And like, yeah, all right, cool. Look, like, for sure, that's no problem, right? So now here's where it got weird is because... I planned on being out and kicking it, you know, in the South Los Angeles area.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna be out there with some friends that stay down that way, and it's close to Orange County. And I planned on being out there this weekend, and I was thinking to myself, I was talking to you, I was like, you know what? If I'm out there, I'm gonna ask them if they want to go to that shoot spot, like get another chicken sandwich and that spam musubi. Like, I mean, we're gonna be close by, and if they're down to go, like, I'm gonna just slide out there. And then you were like, "Are you serious right now?"
We've been talking about. I thought you were joking.
Yeah, and I was like, "Wait, I don't even understand like how this is a thing." I was like, "Wait, if I was joking, like, wait, what?" Because you're saying like we've been talking about going. We've been talking about like we both want to go like and have that spot again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, yeah, you're absolutely right. And so like that's why I'm saying like I'm gonna be somewhat close to that area.
And I want to go.
And I've been thinking about it since we left. It might work out like to go like, you know, and get a chicken sandwich and a thing. And so your issue is what with that?
Is that you didn't invite me to go, and we went the first time, and it's like, oh nah, like we both been talking like, oh, we need to go, and it's like, yeah, we need to go. So the next time you go, you're not even gonna take me. What do y'all think? Like, okay, now looking back, first, I'm gonna be honest, my first initial reaction was like, nah, every time you go, we have to go together. But I take that back. All that I take back. I do agree that like you can go whenever you want. Obviously, you would go whenever you want, regardless, whatever. Like it's whatever. Like even thinking about Chili's, like we used to go to Chili's, but if you went to Chili's, I wouldn't. Like obviously, I might make a little joke. No, listen, I might make a little joke like, nah, like you went without me, but like genuinely, why are you laughing? Anyway, what I'm saying is that we were talking about it like we need to go back sometime, and the next time that you're telling me that you're gonna go this weekend and I'm able to go this weekend, but I'm gonna be upset about it.
Like in my head, in my head, none of that goes through my thought process at all. Like, oh shoot, I don't think I could go there. If I'm in that area, I don't think I could go there because
no, okay, what about
this? I told Felicia that we really want to go back. We've both been saying we really want to go back. So now I can't go
what about
I'm in that area.
Can I put it into perspective?
Yeah, go ahead.
And you might be like, this is not the same thing. But you and your dad go to a certain pool spot.
Yes.
Whatever the hell.
We have a great time.
Great time. You haven't been in a minute. So you're telling him like, damn, next time I'm out there, I want to go.
Yeah.
Let's go. You're out there, you're hanging in the room with Casey, and he comes back into the room and he's like, yeah, like, you're like, oh, where you at? Oh, I was just at the pool spot. Wouldn't you be like, wait, I told you I wanted to go. Where's this go? I was able to go. I'm here. Why aren't we going?
Absolutely not.
Why? You're like, you wouldn't react like that?
I mean, in my head, it's like, maybe he was coming home from work. Like, no, regardless of the reason, it's like he wanted to go and it worked out for him to go. And I'm not tripping on that at all. I know that that place is still going to be there.
I think you're saying that just because you want to not think that it's bad.
No, I don't imagine anything. Like, if he came back and said that, there's no part of me that would just be like, oh, all right, wow. and you knew I was here, right? You knew I was here in town and I wasn't doing anything today, right? And you went and you shot pool.
Okay, I think.
All right.
No.
Nah, frick that play. No, there's no part of me that feels that at all. I'm like, oh, how was it? Was it lit? Was cracking? Bro, that's the spot.
That's not okay, but that's not how most people would react. Like, it would be like.
So maybe I'm an alien. Maybe I'm an alien. Then.
Maybe, because I think it would, like, the thing that goes through my head is like, well, why wouldn't you just invite me? Like, or like, why, like, if, like, in that certain situation, it's like, oh, well, why didn't you just ask you, oh, Miles, pull up right now? Like, whatever. That's would be my thing, is like, why wasn't that just a thing? I mean, if there was a reason, then it's like, okay, whatever. But like, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm sensitive.
Maybe the reason in my head is just like that. That's not the only opportunity that we have to go back over there.
Okay, well,
there's
all I'm
like
saying,
a million opportunities for us to go back there.
And I get that, but all I'm saying is like, I really want to go, and then you're gonna go. So maybe I'm jealous. I want to go too. I want to be there. I'm just saying that. I want to go. You want to go. You're gonna go. And I want to go. And that's it. Like, I'm definitely not gonna go with you to down there and hang out. So that's what you're saying. But what I'm saying is that I want to go. But not if you go this weekend, apparently, because I can't.
All right, so obviously the whole situation is laid out for you guys to decide at home. And I will take that, honestly, if you guys all agree with Felicia, like, damn, nah, that's shady. Like, y'all went, like, you wouldn't even know about that spot if it wasn't for Felicia.
That's
like,
true, too.
She's the one that invited you to go with her. You wouldn't even know about that spot. That's her spot. Seriously, no. You got to make sure when you go that she's not available to go before you go. Every time from now on.
No. That's not what I said.
The first time back after you guys said we want to go.
Wait, but what I'm saying too is, can y'all comment how you would feel versus what? Because logically, obviously, it's like, okay, whatever. Like, yeah.
All right.
But it's how I feel.
So because
like I feel betrayed.
All right, you feel betrayed. Here's the thing, though, too.
How would y'all feel?
Here's the thing, though, too. We went and ate at a great restaurant. We both said, damn, that was good. We got to get back there. That's it. That's all we said. We got to go back and have that again. Same thing. So
why would you make a plan without me?
Listen. Same thing with Joe's Crab Shack. We went and had some great food at Joe's Crab Shack. Wonderful.
So, okay, yes. Okay, so this is what I'm saying.
If I ever ended up at a Joe's Crab Shack, if I ever ended up in the area of a Joe's Crab Shack, I know I'm going back to the Bay this weekend. I'm going to go to Joe's Crab Shack because they got one in, well, whatever.
No.
Then I'm going to go.
Okay, and I'll respect that because I'm not in the Bay.
Yeah.
And but if you and Cam one night was like, oh, where are you feeling like? And you'd be like, oh, I'm feeling like Joe's Crab Shack. Let's just go. And you don't invite me, I'm going to be upset. If it's just an easy, like, oh, Felicia's like right there, like, yeah, let's go get her or whatever. Like, I'd be upset because I'm the one who introduced you, and it's like, oh, like, just think. No, it makes sense.
All right. So you're gonna gatekeep every single restaurant. Like, you have to be included in the invite every single time.
I'm not gatekeeping, but it's kind of just like a courtesy. Like, we're friends, and you know that I like that spot, so why wouldn't you just be like, oh yeah, just pull through, like, whatever. But like, I get it. Like, if you're in the Bay and like whatever, go. Like that part, it's like whatever. I can't go. But like, if it's like an easy, like you're with Cam or like maybe. Okay, in your sense, you're saying, oh, you're gonna go with other friends. Yes, if it was like in the moment, whatever, you didn't plan it, whatever the frick. But like, that if it was like you never told me about this and you just went and you're like, oh, I went to this dude's place, I would have definitely made a joke like, oh damn, didn't invite me. But it would have been a thing where there's no way I would have. Well, why do you keep laughing? It would have been a thing where like I wouldn't have been able to been invited anyway. But if you and Cam went to a spot and I was able to be invited, I would be upset.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
The reason I'm laughing is because I just keep realizing that like what's being said out loud is just really, really funny to me. But I like it because like hopefully this is entertaining to you guys as well. I think it's some good content. But
Let me know if y'all would be upset in the comments.
So are there times, when you go and kick it with somebody, like a friend of yours? And maybe it's just like you just want to kick it with them. Like, do I have to be included on every single thing? Like, do you want to invite me everywhere you go?
No, but it's not
like maybe sometimes like it's a vibe like, oh, it's just me and Shelly gonna go out right here, and we're going to a spot that is Chili's. Oh, I know Miles loves Chili's. He's probably at the house, just kicking it right now. You don't have to invite me, right? I wouldn't like you.
Well, if
I went on my story and I saw you guys kicking it at Chili's and I was down the street doing nothing, no part of me is going to feel like, and they're in my hood too. Damn, that's crazy. Wow. All right, bet. I see how it is. No part of me is going to feel that way.
Okay, well, part of me does.
All right. Okay.
like what I'm saying is like if Mary Cruz and Nicole were in LA and they went to a spot in North Hollywood and we're just like, oh, just come. Yeah, it would hurt my feelings.
They can't, like, you talking about your best friends from the Bay Area that you don't ever see. They came down to LA and didn't invite you somewhere. I think in that situation, I might be hurt too. Because okay. There's a million opportunities for us to go to any restaurant anytime. But in those situations, it's a little more slim.
Okay, well, yes. Okay.
But I'm saying fair. If I was in your shoes, but like when you talking about like my dad like going to the pool spot, I don't know. In my head, that doesn't bother me.
Okay,
at all.
Fair on they don't live in LA or whatever. But I think I was trying to put in perspective of like me, you, and Cam hang out. So then it's like, oh, like why would it ever be an issue? Whereas like I don't like all my friends out here. Like it's like, oh, if me and Miro went to Chili's and I only want to hang out with Miro, like yeah, I wouldn't think about inviting you because y'all don't hang out. Like or like you said, Shelly. It's like you and Shelly really don't hang out. So I never would even think about that. Like I try to go to Rabata with. And Cam did the same thing. Like said I couldn't go, whatever. I tried to go to Rabata with, Jackie, and it's like, yeah, I wouldn't invite Cam to go because him and Jackie don't ever hang out, right? But it's like nah, like. So, I don't really have another friend group that's like, oh, I would only go with one of those people. Like, I would just, like, if I was near Michelle and me and Shelly were in Michelle's hood and was like, oh, yeah, like, let's get dinner near Michelle's hood, I would 1,000% invite Michelle.
So you're even furthering your point of, like, why it's okay for me to go this weekend. Because how often do you kick it with Abel?
No, I get what you're saying.
What about Ivan?
Okay.
Or Chapo?
I get what you're saying, but I'm not saying that I want to be invited with them to that place. I'm saying that the next time that you went, because I'm not. If you go, we were just oh my God, y'all. If we were talking, then why is Universal different?
What do you mean?
Because I've been saying that I want to go to Universal, and if you went to Universal with another group that I wasn't involved in, then yes, I would 1,000% be upset about it. And you said that made sense. So what is different about that than going all the way to OC for the?
I can't even remember what that one was. But I mean, do you want to lay that on them too?
I was just saying that I've been bugging him that we need to take a group to Universal. I want to go to Universal, whatever. It's been a long time coming, still have not gone to Universal. And so I was saying that. And so if you tomorrow went to Universal, or no, if you planned and went to Universal, I'd be upset about it because I've been telling you that I want to take a group to Universal. I would be upset about it. So what I'm saying is like, yes, I understand that if you were down there and y'all were like, oh, frick, it's actually 15 minutes away. Let's just head over there. That would be a different story. You didn't tell me about it. I was like, whatever. What I'm saying is like, we've been saying that we need to go, and then it's like, oh, nah, the next time we're gonna go, okay, yeah, it's not gonna. I don't get to go, but I don't want to go with them. Like if what the fuck ever. You're in a now. He's gonna go. You're going because you're just gonna make me. It's.
Let the comments decide. Let the comments decide if I am allowed, if I am granted permission.
No, there's nothing
to go to
about
her restaurant.
There's nothing
without her.
You explaining like that, you're mean. That's not
I get what you're saying.
Like,
I get what you're saying. Yes, because we went and we were talking about it like, oh, we need to get over there. We need to go back.
Yeah.
So you think the very first time we go, like the next.
Stop emphasizing that.
But that's it though. It doesn't matter that like, yes, because we could go whatever and you're not tripping on me. You're not gatekeeping it like in that way.
Yeah.
Right? I get that. You're just saying the next time.
Like,
because we've talked about it.
Like
has
going.
to be with you. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying it should be. Okay, so that's what Felicia's saying. My thing is, I don't ever feel any type of way if I never got invited to something. Like if I wanted to do something and somebody knew that and they ended up over there and I saw that they were there, to me, I'm not tripping on it at all. It's like, I know.
Ever.
I don't think I would be bummed about anything like that.
Ever.
Me personally.
But you don't even like feel it like when someone feels that way at all? Like you're just like, nah, like you shouldn't even feel that way.
Maybe I'm trying to understand it. Maybe these comments will help open me up a little bit. Like I need to have a little bit more heart towards something.
It's just like if we did something like, I don't know. It's just like if you went, I don't know, whatever. I guess if you don't feel that way, no sense is going to make sense. But like
anything that we go and do, like if I ever put you onto something like the Marisco spot, if I ever put you on this like some restaurant like that or some cool little like whatever, like and you went there with somebody else, no part of me is gonna feel like, damn, you know I was in your area, right? You know me and you and Yessie all kick it.
If me and Cam, if you were able to go and me and Cam went to the Marisco spot alone, it wouldn't be like, wait, weird?
No.
What? Yeah, if you were like at the house and we were like, yeah, me and Cam, we just left to go to the Mauricio spot. Well,
I know that I mean, if you guys did that, I'm only assuming that like y'all needed to go have a conversation about something on y'all's own, and you went and did that. Like there was. What if there
wasn't any conversation? There was no reason. We just went. That would be weird. Yes, 1,000%. See, you're thinking about it.
I mean, I would be like the only reason it would be weird is because you guys are walking out in front of me, and it's like
whatever. So it would be weird though. You're admitting that.
No, because in Cam's spot, like in that specific situation, Cam is always asking me where we're gonna eat at. He's always like trying to include me. He wants to come too, so he probably
feels the same way.
Yeah, and so it's like I think it would be unusual. Like, oh, okay, so like now they're gonna go out like kick it at the first time. I'm like, but I'm not gonna be hurt by it or like feel like, damn, I should have gone.
I would be like,
I like that spot.
Why didn't y'all just invite me?
I don't know. Like, it's like, it's funny.
Whatever. Y'all comment down below.
Comment down below if I'm gonna go this weekend or not. Stop. All right, we'll see you next week. Are we doing one next week too? It's gonna be the last episode. Are we gonna do it?
What do you mean?
I don't know. We were supposed to. Our last episode was supposed to be July 14th, and here it is, August 24th. So, y'all pray for episode 25, okay? That it makes it on time. But 925 podcast. If you made it all the way to the end, drop a restaurant emoji, or what emoji?
I wish there was a spam musubi one.
That'd be fire.
I don't freaking know. You pick one.
Okay, can you guys give me 1 second to look through the emoji? Do the emoji where it's like he's like blowing smoke out of his nose, like he's like mad and he's blowing smoke out of his nose.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say that might be cool actually?
What?
The icy one, like the face and it's all blue and it's like icy for Coors.
Do the one with the smoke coming out of the nose. And we'll see you guys next week. All right, we love y'all. Yay!